In lesson 75, we're going to learn how to find the equation of a line by looking at a graph. We remember from example 75.1, we remember that it's in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. Place where the line crosses over the y-axis. So our y-intercept in this line is b, and it equals -5. When we look at a graph to find the y-intercept, we just look for the place where it crosses over the y-axis. And that's right here at +5. So our b on this graph is +5. Now, looking at this graph, we want to find the equation of this. Well, we know that every line has to be written in y equals mx plus b form. It's easy to find b. B is right there. It's crossing over the y-axis at 2. So our b is 2. We need to find our slope, and in order to find our slope, we have to make a triangle. We make a triangle from the place it crosses over the y-axis down to the next place where it is going right through the corner of the box. So that would be right over here. Okay, I'm going to color in this, let's see if I can. All right in there is the triangle. Okay, and I'm going to get my pen back again. So I'm going to count 1 space, 2 spaces, 3, 4, 5. The up and down we call the rise, and slope m is defined as rise over run. So our rise in this, our m, the top number, is 5. We also count here, this is called the run. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our run is 4. The other thing we want to notice is as we move from left to right, we come to the line and we have to go downhill. That means that that slope is a negative. We're now ready to write the equation of this line. Y equals -5 over 4 x plus 2. Okay, the next equation here. Now we have another line. Again, we're going to use y equals mx plus b. And we're going to find b, and we're also going to find m. This line is going uphill as we move from left to right, so that means that m, our slope, is positive. We find b right here at -3. b equals -3. And now m, I'm going to get my line tool again and make a nice triangle from here right over to here, and from here down. And I got the wrong fill. This is the one that I want. I'm going to fill that in with blue. Fill it in with blue. It's not working too well. So I'll try and fill again. Fill, fill. It's filling in the graph. Okay. We'll just count these spaces. Now we're going to count down 1, 2, 3. That's the rise. So I'll have 3. And the run from here to where it crosses right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my run is 4. Y then equals our slope m, 3/4 x minus 3. Okay, the next one we need to do is graph this. Well, graphing becomes very easy when we have this. We first want to graph b. So our b is positive 2. I'm going to put a dot at positive 2. Then we're going to use our slope, positive 3 over 5. And if it's positive from this point we graphed at b, we're going to count up 1, 2, 3 spaces, and then we always go to the right. And we go to the right the same number of places as the run. So there's up 3 and to the right 5. Now I'm going to get my line tool, and I'm going to get my line. I'm going to start it right here, and I'm going to see if I can get it to go right through those 2 dots. And there's the line pretty much. It doesn't come out right. I have this little tool here that I can pull this down just a little. Oh, too far. And I need to move it up. It's not moving too well. There we go. That's about as close as I think I'm going to get with this. And you get the idea, though. So 5. We want to use the slope-intercept method to graph this. Well, this isn't in y equals mx plus b form, so the first thing we have to do is to put it into that form. So I'm going to subtract x from each side of the equation, and I'm going to have negative x here, negative x here. Remember, we always put the negative x first in front of the number. It's positive 4, so we put plus 4. I'm going to divide through by negative 2. And my equation of the line then is going to be positive y. Remember what we do when we don't have a coefficient for x. We use a 1. It's a negative divided by a negative. So we get 1/2 x minus 2. We graph our negative 2. Oops, sorry, not there. We graph our negative 2. We go up 1 and right 2. We get our line tool right here. And we draw a nice line through those 2 points. And that one came out better. Okay, then my last line. Alright, so that's it for finding the equation of the line from a graph, and also for finding the slope and the y-intercept from the graph and using it to graph an equation.